Welcome everybody to the inaugural running of the CJSC Race 1 at Daytona. Nathaniel Reynolds in the one Costco Class A car will be leading the field of Class A, Class B, and Class C cars. 3 different ranks of championships, but all in one race, all in one series. Alongside me I have JayCee commentating. Say hi.
Hello.
And into the sunset, the pace car will lead the cars at the tri-oval.
Here they come into the tri-oval.
Pinky Splinkey in the 4 car. They're in the restart zone. They get started. And right away, the 1 car, Nathaniel Reynolds, has trouble getting off the start. Pinky Splinkey is gonna lead them down the front stretch.
The first 3 cars on the outside line are going to break off heading into 1. The 4 will drop onto the inside line.
They're getting bunched up on the outside here in Class C, Class B cars, and some Class A cars.
This might spell some trouble.
Trouble on the track, backstretch, coming out of 2.
Ooh,
tons of cars.
That's a big wreck already. That is not good.
And already that's going to hurt their chances of making it to the...
Oh, there's another one. Oh,
Number 8, who's that? Javier Hernandez gets spun.
Along with Tim... I was thinking that wreck I saw Timothy Fricke, Carlos Scott.
There's Carlos Scott.
Javier Hernandez, as you said. Konnor, Metz, Teejay, Handley, some of the cars involved, as we already have a pack that's broken off.
But anyway, Pinky Splinkey is going to lead into lap 2 with Sterling Marlin behind him.
They're 3 wide, it seems. The car on the outside, I can't really tell who that is right now. The 9 car, not going to have
Jonathan
a good...
Reynolds.
Yes, he's not going to have a good positioning here, as he will fall to the back. Some bumping going on here in the middle of this front pack.
Here comes the 14 going on the outside of the leader as they go out of frame. The 33 going to be looking for a way around Billy Mays in the 7 OxyClean car. Noah Cars, I believe, is currently leading the B class. 27 is currently leading the B class. Oh, there's a spin.
Oh, there's a spin already. The 9 car, Jonathan Reynolds, as I said, stuck on the outside line. He ended up having more of an unfortunate event as I thought. He's going to spin around. Slick.
His crew chief telling him to go pit right now, so I guess he's going to take advantage of that spin, make the best out of it.
That might help him in the long run. An earlier pit stop might not mean he has to pit later. Oh, we've got some problems in the second frame, or the top frame on the inside. Seems we have a gearbox failure on the back stretch. That's going to hurt him.
Not looking good for Jonathan King.
That is going to hurt him much in the points, as after the second race, you have to be up there or you will be eliminated.
Up front, we have an onboard Class A battle between Daniel Sollo and Pinky Splinkey. He's going to look to the outside, going into turn 1. Loses the draft, though. He's going to need to tuck back in behind him to keep it to speed.
Oh, he's going to lose the inside line of the 27 car. Not a good move on the 14's part of Sollo. The 4 will now slide up.
The 4 sliding up to get that 14 car from drafting help.
3 wide behind him almost for 3rd place.
Yep. And the 14, Daniel Sollo, is going to continue to fall back as he just completely lost drafting help there. Seems like these people are preferring the inside line over the outside.
Smart move by the 4 to just keep that inside line covered. As you've seen, cars that have slid up to the outside have fallen behind the pack.
We got to remember, this is an earlier version of Daytona Speedway in the game, so there's less grip. I think it was before the repave, so inside line is definitely preferred. As the tires wear down, they can get loose coming out of the corners.
The 4 car continues his lead.
Things running pretty normal as the 43 of Cam and Tracey in the Chick-fil-A car ducks up for podium position.
There we go. They're almost 3 wide for 2nd place. Is that the 27 car now stuck on the outside?
Now, Jay, did you expect to see any Class C cars this far up in the pack?
Honestly, when we first had these ratings set up, I thought Class A would just be dominant, then B behind him and C behind him. But as you can see, it's a mixture of all of them in between, which I think will make for great racing, seeing how some cars differ from others.
And it's important for the championship because, but there is some risk that they need to weigh here because finishing ahead of a Class B car isn't going to give you an advantage over any other cars in your class. The only thing that matters in points in this series is finishing above the members of the class, so drivers have to be careful of that.
I think if Class C cars can get in the middle of this pack, I think they're the safest. Like, if they stay on the inside line in the middle, I don't think they're going to get stuck. As long as they stay there, I think they're going to have a good finishing position because they'll have the draft of the other cars to keep their speed up, you know?
Right.
Some cars ducking in a pit road.
Here coming up to pit. Now in this race, it's fuel only. They don't need tires for this. Even though their tires can wear down at Daytona, they're not going to need tires. And Daniel Sollo making his way back up after he lost some positions on the outside.
Ooh, we had some contact in the C class.
Oh, wow, you're right.
Yeah. Ducking into turn 3, we had a car come down on top of another.
Was that just going into the pits?
Yeah, but going into the pits, one came down to the other. Kind of took him around. He saved it, though. Good save.
Good save. Billy Mays here on the outside, losing positions.
It was too good. I'm sorry.
Did they save it? I can't see.
I think they saved it. I hope they saved it.
I didn't hear anything bad, and they saved it.
Okay, good.
That is incredible. Same thing happened with the Class B and Class A cars.
I guess just the speed differentials might play in a factor here as they dive into pit road. Maybe, I don't know.
All right, pit reporter, what do you got here?
A few laps left until the end of this race at Daytona. The leaders up front have taken only fuel, and everyone else behind them have taken 2 tires and fuel.
Thank you for that. And coming out of the pits, looks like it's going to be Pinky Splinkey leading them out. But Billy May is coming up on the outside, coming up fast. And that is a legal pass. He is under the double yellow line. That is legal.
He had a good run coming off pit road.
Pinky Splinkey has some sort of problem coming out.
That might cost him later on. Some cars.
I think it will. He's losing a lot of time.
7 cars going to have a good lead of Billy Mays. That'll be a good advantage for him, but the draft might catch up to him soon.
Oh, but back there, that's I'm sorry, people.
Someone.
That is Jonathan Rains, the guy who spun earlier. I was remembering his name. Remember, he did pit when he spun out earlier, so he had the undercut. He was going faster because he didn't have to deal with pit stop traffic. And here he comes to the outside of the Billy Mays, out of turn 4, into the tri-oval. He's going to complete the pass.
Well, they're still side by side in the tri-oval. He's going to have enough, though, exiting, as that might have been the smartest move we've seen all race by his crew chief, to bring him in right after the spin.
And he's coming up fast. Billy Mays is going to have to get behind him to get his draft if he has any chance at all.
He has a lot of speed coming out of the tri-oval. Really smart move by his crew chief to come into the pits as soon as you could. The early pit stop seems to be benefiting.
Now he has a length lead of over about 6 car lengths. And here in the Class C cam, we switched over to the main frame. We got Frowny, Toboban, and the 53 of Ty Lawsuit battling for position. He's going to duck low there, trying to get him loose.
See if he can complete the pass here. Right on his bumper. 53 moves up. He's going to have the inside lane going into turn 3.
I think he's got him. He has drafting help behind him, so 53 is going to fall back.
Again, the outside line proves to be deadly when you have more cars on your inside.
That's right, and Frowny Toboban will get that 20th position. I think that's 5th place in the Class C standings right now.
Back over to Class A, you can see the 4 car, Pinky Splinkey, back to 3rd after the bad kind of pit stop exit as Billy Mays had a good run, and then obviously the 9, as we talked about earlier, having the early pit stop.
Jonathan Rains and Billy Mays pulling ahead of the pack behind them as they do a 2-car tango up to the white flag. No, sorry, this is the checkered flag.
It's the checkered flag. Oh!
Up to the checkered flag. I am a bad commentator. Nathaniel Reynolds. Jonathan Rains.
Jonathan Rains
will win at Daytona in an astonishing move by his crew chief and really lucky occurrence there.
So you have to
He
think,
spun.
if he didn't spin earlier, would he have made the early pit stop?
Exactly. And going down the order here, let's see who we got. For Class A, the top 5 has been Jonathan Rains, Billy Mays, Pinky Splinkey, Daniel Sollo, and Nathaniel Reynolds, who have run very well today. For Class B, the top 5 have been Braydon Hill, Noah Cars, Jackson Steiner, Carson Pigman, Sterling Marlin. And for Class C, top 5, Cameron Tracey, Chris Tejada, Chase Marks, Eli Bright, and Frowny Toboban, who made that great move on the inside on the last lap for 20th position.
A great race all around by everyone. A few incidents kept the race interesting. Any other words you'd like to say?
We're just getting the okay from the race officials right now to see if I'm so sorry.
Billy Mays?
If Jonathan Rains sped it on pit road, and it looks like it's official. Jonathan Rains is the winner of this race. He will take the checkered flag and lead the point standings going into the next race. So, thank you for watching. Jay, what do you want to close this out with?
Well, we hope the series is going to be as successful as our first one. We hope you guys enjoy it. There will be another video, another race next week. And
in that video, we're not going to screw up their names that much.
no,
right?
no, we're going to get better. I promise, alright?
It's been a year, guys. Come on.
It's been 1 year. I haven't done this for a year. Cut
Alright.
some slack.
Thank you for watching. We will see you. Bye.
Adios.